Hi, my name is Jimmy and welcome to Lock Lab. Today I'm going to show you how I built my cheap knockoff of Elon Musk's Not A Flamethrower. I used a Nerf gun to build this and a Harbor Freight weed burning torch. I also used a stock from another Nerf gun. The model that I used is a Raider CS-35. I realize these are obsolete now. The successor is called a Raider Rampage, I believe. And the stock is from a Nerf Retaliator. I managed to fit the weed burner, but the trigger is a side lever. And the primary trigger doesn't do anything. However, I want to convert this into a real flamethrower, so I want to have the trigger actually emit flame. But that'll be for another video. So this has two valves, the main valve and the valve at the tank. To start it, I first open the valve here a bit, then crank the valve. Now I'm going to hit the igniter here. Now there's a trigger to intensify the flame. So let me show you how I built this. The goal is to disassemble this and straighten out this pipe and insert it in here and to paint it to make it kind of look more convincing. So I'll see how it goes. So, I'm going to straighten this. Let's see if I can do this here. Okay, now it's time to take apart the Nerf gun and try to fit this in here. So we'll go something like this. I have to figure out a trigger mechanism, or keep it this way and have it stick out. So it looks like this is almost perfect to just insert the torch just like this. Have it stick out this end so I can have the trigger still. And then I can adjust the regulator inside the slot. Maybe I'll have the trigger ignited. But I might notch this just to push it back just a hair so I can have this nozzle or thread stick out a little bit further. What I've done here is attach the barrel by putting electrical tape around this so this fits snugly, concentric around this. And I plan to glue a block into here, and then I have this doodad, and I'm going to attach the pipe onto the gun by clamping it with screws using this. There we go, got it fastened. Next I'm going to try to install the igniter. I don't think I have enough room to put it in the handle, so I think I'll put it right here. So I've glued this in place, and I went ahead and soldered a wire here to ground the barbecue igniter to the metal, and extended the wire here so I can ignite at the nozzle. Next I'm going to see if I can get rid of this part. I don't like it sticking out so far, so it looks like I can simply unscrew it. That's better. At this point, I think it's time to start prepping the gun for painting. So I'm going to have to mask off certain parts. It's just going to be black and white, so really simple. Alright, I have everything masked off, so I'm going to start with the white color. Alright, I think it's time to take off the masking as the paint's dried now. From here, I'll mask the white part, so I can paint the bottom half black. I think the paint's dry, so I can remove the masking now. So it seemed to turn out pretty good. I have some blotches and spots where I just mucked up, so I'm going to have to touch it up with a little bit of white out or something. But I really like it. I like the color scheme. Alright, here it is assembled. I haven't figured if I wanted to reattach this front handle. It looks cool without it, but I'm not sure. Might add stability. Propane tank. It's going to attach right about here. Could also potentially put it underneath. Like that. But that's pretty close to the flame. So here's the barbecue igniter. Alright, the glue's all dried and here it is assembled. I attached the propane tank on top using zip ties, and I decided to put the forward grip back onto the gun because it just seems that most flamethrowers have a forward grip, so it seemed to look right. And I can maintain the functionality of sliding this and actually actuate the igniter by going like this. This trigger is a little awkward because it's not where the actual trigger is, so what I decided to do is drill a hole and then attach a piece of metal so then I can still trigger it. Maybe later I can use this trigger for a separate feature. So one thing that I did was I found this fire extinguisher racket and zip tied it to the flamethrower, and this is a little bit nicer than just zip tying the bottle to the flamethrower directly, so it won't flop around. I found this in a junk pile, and then I had to modify the latch so it fit the bottle, but it's still a little nicer. Okay. So the next thing is to just hook it up to a large propane tank and test it out. This is the hose that came with it, and this connects to the large style propane tanks. So I'm pretty happy with that test. Now what I want to do is shorten the hose and try using the flamethrower with the small bottle as it's designed for. And I need to shorten this, but I also want to be able to use the hose with the large propane bottle afterwards in case I need to use it as an actual weed burner or something. So what I did is get these adapter fittings, and what I plan to do is, well, this one will stay original and connect to the flamethrower, and one will have adapt from the hose to this barb, and then this will connect to this adapter, which connects to the propane bottle. So it'll be something like this. So I'll cut the hose here, but on the other end of the hose I'll put this other barb with fitting so that I can reconnect it back to this fitting. So now it's the longer hose is now intact and I can use it with the larger bottle. So hopefully I got the barb size correct. I actually don't know what the inner diameter of this hose is, so I'm just going to measure the length that I need and cut it. Oh, I think. Oh shit, that was not good. Well, the inner diameter of this hose is 3/8, and I have a 1/4" barb, so I'm gonna have to use a new barb. It leaks, and I also need a valve at the source of the bottle, because when I screw the bottle in, the hose pressurizes, and then there's no way to unscrew the bottle without all the gas leaking out. So that's pretty dangerous. I'm gonna have to buy another valve and new barb. So back to the drawing board a little bit. So this just came in the mail. I hope these are the correct fittings now. These are the 3/8 inch inner diameter hose connectors to 1/4" NPT. And here's a valve for the propane bottle itself, so when I disconnect the hose it doesn't squirt gas everywhere like you saw earlier. This is bad, so this is the old coupler. So let's try to see if it fits. Okay, I got all the fittings hooked up. Now what I want to do is do some soapy water test with the bottle connected. I just dunked the whole thing in there. I don't see any leaks. Oh, there might be one there. The bubble's getting bigger. Going down the hose. Those appear to be okay. Okay, so I added some tape and looks like the leak is gone. Alright, I think it's ready to try out. That was fun. Pretty cool, yeah?
Yeah.